I was greatly influenced by Michael Jackson. So there were ads where I sang like Michael Jackson before that. But Tamil, no. I have never had the guts to go out there and sing in Tamil. But when Chikku Bukku Rayile happened, and I was to sing that, the localized Tamil helped me. It was not something where I could not understand. And Rahman was very aware that my delivery is not going to be anything near anyone, because I had no influence of anyone. So when we started creating that song, yeah, I think I've said it in too many interviews, so I'm a little bored saying it all over again. Because as you guys are asking me the question, I know that you all know the answer also. You know, but you want to hear it again. Okay, I mean, yeah, first time sang it, didn't know. Second time sang it, not a feel. Third time sang it, I was on the film. But the only difference was, the first time I sang it, even today you'll hear from other singers also talk about the way Rahman recorded. There was just one metronome and one shruti. And it's like, sing a song. So now you're going to deliver it with no influence. At least there's some percussion behind. You'll say, okay, it's groovy like that. Or if you had some guitar playing, you'll know what the thing is. But he created the music after the song, after singing the song.
Oh, okay. So all that sax, everything.
Everything. I didn't even know there was a sax in the song. Not even the second time. The second time he had organized. It's like he had actually used the bass guitar from a percussion. So it was like very interesting the second time. But that's about how much I heard the second time. It was the third time when I sang it that the sax was there, that this was there. But by that time I had sung it twice. So the confidence was there. And there were some lyrical changes, but you already know the tune in your head. So, and of course, the first time we did our own harmonies. Usually you'll take a chorus group to sing a harmony, but here we realized like every foreign act that came out, they were singing their own harmonies. Michael Jackson sings his own harmony. You know, or like, you know, any of the people who in Western music, they do their own bit. So decided to do it that way, and I did my own bit of harmonies. So there was something like 15 to 18 tracks of just the voices alone, which was the first time, because usually singers sing one track. They come and they sing one track, and that's about it, because the hero has to lip sync it. So obviously the hero can't lip sync so many voices. But here the music by itself was so different, and film, the choreography was so different that for the first time we were actually listening to Western music in our own language, arranged as Western music, having not taken away anything, you know, to alter anything or like to sacrifice anything. Everything went into it the right way. And if Rahman needs to get an award, it's an award for patience. The way he brings things out from each musician, from each singer, is a very different thing. So even after I sang the song, I never thought it's going to do what it did to me. Yeah, until the film came out, and yeah, it changed my life.
And there are really some places where you've sung in that song, like the modulation in some areas, like they're very beautiful, the high, low, very soft.
Dynamics, yeah.
So how like,
no, we didn't.
Was it planned that way, or?
No, the song by itself brought it. Like, had that Chikku Bukku Chick. So it had like one solid difference between, like, you know, where you're hitting it and where you're. But the composition itself was like that. And that's the genius of the composition. I mean, it just brought it out.
Do you remember watching it unfold on the big screen with all the choreography and Prabhudeva?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we didn't have to go for a Grammy and Oscar. We just got it. I mean, for me, I was a kid. I mean, everything was like a overwhelming thing. But one nice thing is we always got back to the studio, because seeing such great musicians grounded, we had nothing to do but just get back and see what next we can do, that's all.
Next songs again, Kadalan.
Kadalan came, Urvashi happened, Petta rap happened, Kunjum Nilavu. I mean, all these, like, I think one gives birth to the next one, and also once the audience starts accepting, then we can do the next one. You know, so it was.
Even Petta rap was kind of totally a new song.
Genre.
It was funky and
Yeah.
what was the kind of...
I used to be a DJ. I was one of the DJs in the 1990s or late 80s. So one of the first, today we call it a club. I used to play a lot of stuff, and rap was very new. But that influence was there in terms of like, so even right in the beginning, I think when we actually worked on a rap, it was for May Madam. But somehow Rahman felt it didn't fit the score, so he said, we'll come back to it. So we waited, and when Kadalan happened, and it was, the face was Prabhudeva, yeah, we thought, I mean, he came up with this and said, let's do this now. And
like you wanted that raw Chennai...
No, that, the word Petta rap gave birth to the whole thing. Because it was like, Shankar gave me loads of words. I said, let me know whatever you can think on Petta. You know, Sarayam, Karwad, Manja, Gilli, Lo. So I put that all together rhythmically. And Shankar was always there to take the call on how to guide this, because I can rhythmically put it together. But the concept was Rahman and Shankar. To take Petta rap, make it localized, go to somewhere like a Kalakshetra colony, and then do this song. That had nothing to do with me. I mean, it's a complete genius of theirs. That's all. I delivered the song. And the influence of rap was always there. And the sound also was there, because we were always like listening to new stuff over there. You know, at that point in time, we had the 90s music was really popular in the discotheques at that point. And also we could play one whole song and then go to the next song on the dance floor. Today, 8 bars, 10 bars, and they've gone to the next song. So I think people had a lot of patience listening to songs. That made us really work on stuff. Today we are living in a land of hooks. Yeah. You know, and I hear that, you know, the patience level is about 8 seconds. So now when I have to think everything 8 seconds and then think the rest of the song.
But even in this generation, don't you come across people still celebrating?
Oh yeah.
Chikku Bukku Rayile?
Oh yeah. My nieces and nephews, most of them, now almost all of them are the US. They listen to songs old style. They listen to 80s, 90s, 2000s. Their vocabulary of music is quite big. They still do. I can't deny that. But I'm saying this Insta as in a way an advantage, because anybody can be out there. But the disadvantage is that because of so much of saturation, you don't give yourself enough time. If a film has 5 songs, you're just going and listening to that one hook and the next hook and the next hook. There's a lot of work that's gone into it. So there are people listening to it. But social media has compressed it a lot.
Before you go away from Petta rap, can you sing a few lines for us? Petta rap.
Or you want to do the singing bit later? Like,
Yeah,
towards
we
the end,
actually
after
are.
Towards
we do
the
it,
end?
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
of songs maybe
Yeah.
we'll break and...
Yeah, we can do that.
Of all the songs you sang in that period, from Chikku Bukku to Urvashi to Petta rap and everything, what was more creatively satisfying?
When I did my album Minnal,
Minnal.
because that was my first stint at composition. Composing music, arranging music. And we had already done that. From Nemesis Avenue time, we have recorded. It's not that I was new to recording, but the satisfaction of doing something in my own language, composing in my own language and taking it across to my audience was the most satisfying experience. And to have that kind of a team, a dream team to work with, a studio like Media Artists, I think it is completely, like Rahman says, Yella Pugadam Irevanukke, it is Yella Pugadam Irevanukke. You can't do it without it. Yeah. It's a team effort.
Have you thought of remastering some of those songs and relaunching, because now you have a wider audience. Like those days, social media wasn't there.
See,
have you ever considered that? Like,
I think it's the record companies who have to consider that. Because once we sell our rights, in those days we used to sell our rights. And the record company used to keep the rights, and a lot of them have remastered. There's a lot of remastered stuff going on YouTube itself. Of Tengashi Patnam, there are some very independent people who have taken the songs and remastered and given it for free. It's there. It's already there.
no, your albums, I'm saying, your personal.
Right now it's with Sony, and I really don't think it needs remastering.
It's already.
I mean, it's done on such superior gear, and maybe if it's faded out, remastering. But even now, when I hear it, even a low compressed version on YouTube still gives me great sound. Or like, I think you should listen to it on lossless in Apple. So it also depends on where you're listening to, whether you're listening to it on an MP3 format or a WAV format to get you that kind of sound that you want. Most people, it's a very sad thing that we sit and record with such good gear and then you listen to it on your phone speakers. Unfortunately, now we are mixing to phone speakers also. How will we sound on a phone? Which was never the thing. We were always thinking of how it will sound grand. How it will sound like, when you play it on a Marshalls or when you play. Today we have to take care how it's going to sound on a phone. And that's important too.